Good morning, Brandcliff House. I'm sure that you're familiar with the children's book by Shel Silverstein called The Giving Tree. And in the book, The Giving Tree, it's about a tree who has a little boy the tree loves this very boy very much. The little boy plays in the branches, eats the apples, and sleeps in the tree's shade. And the boy is very happy. But one day the boy goes away for a while, and the tree is sad. And when the boy does come back, the tree says, "Come along, play in my branches, eat my apples, and sleep in my shade." And the boy says, "Well, I want some money. I want to go to the city. Can you give me money?" And the tree says, "Well, I don't have money, but take my apples. Then you can sell them and make some money, and then you'll be happy." So the boy does that, takes all the apples, sells them, and he leaves. And he stays away for a long time. And eventually when he does come back, the tree is very happy, and the tree says, "Come, boy, swing in my branches, eat my apples, and sleep in my shade." And at this point the boy says, "No, I'm too busy to play. I want to build a house. Can you give me a house?" And the tree says, "Well, I can't give you a house, but take my branches and build yourself a house, and then you'll be happy." So the boy does this, takes the branches, cuts them off, and he goes away for a long time. And when he does come back, he stays away for a long time. He does come back. The tree says, "Come, swing from my branches, eat my apples, and rest in the shade." And the boy says, "Well, I'm too old and sad to play. Can you give me a boat so that I can sail away from here?" And the tree says, "Sure, cut down my trunk, make a boat, and then you'll be happy." So the boy does, cuts down the tree trunk, and the tree was happy, but not really. And eventually, after a long time, the boy comes back. He's an old man, and the tree says, "I'm sorry, I don't have anything else to give you. My apples are gone, my branches are gone, my trunk is gone. All I am is this little stump, and I have nothing left to give." And the man says, "Well, I don't need much. My teeth are gone, so I can't eat apples. I'm too old to play in the branches. I just need a quiet place to rest because I'm tired." And the tree says, "Well, even a stump can be of some use for sitting and resting. So come and sit down and rest." And the tree was happy. So we've talked a lot over the past few weeks in all these assemblies of how we can cope with adversity and cope with challenges in our lives, and how to do our best, and how to think creatively and overcome challenges, how to innovate for our life. However, it's time that we recognize those people, those individuals who are actually holding this whole system together, and that is our teachers. And in the story, the giving tree just wanted the best for the boy. She just wanted the boy to be happy, and would do whatever it took to achieve that. And often the tree would continue to give of herself at great personal cost, beyond the point of having nothing left to give. And even then, the giving tree would still assist where she could. Now, your teachers have a challenging job in the best of times. They're not just a teacher, they also have to be a counselor, they have to be a IT specialist, they have to be an educator, they have to manage, they have to be a curriculum developer. They wear many hats. So they have to teach your lessons, they have to see the best in learners, they have to assess, they have to mark, they have to be a shoulder to cry on. They must give you extra lessons, they must motivate us, they must discipline, they must catch up, they must spend late nights and early mornings and long afternoons in the education of the students. They take on more and more, they give of themselves, and yet they ask nothing in return. And for what? For what do they do this? They do this so that we may succeed in life, and that, like the giving tree, that we may be happy. So we do take our teachers for granted sometimes. We disrespect them, and often we actively try to frustrate them. And still, they give of their attention, they give of their time, and they give of their energy. Now, in 2020, our teachers must educate us and carry out this usual load of responsibilities. However, they must now do this after prolonged school closures. And in the face of a global pandemic, they must risk their health to attend school and teach, assess, motivate, inspire us, and do all the other things that we normally demand from them on a normal basis. But now they must do it with drastically reduced holidays. They must come to school to screen learners early in the morning and in the afternoons. And it's the middle of winter, it's freezing cold. So they must do all this over the internet. as well as do it in the classroom. And did I mention they must now do all these things during load shedding as well? And do we ever stop to think about what our teachers endure so that we may have a better future? When we come to school or arrive to class very late, we forget our homework or disrupt their lesson, we don't really think about it. Do we ever say thank you? Do we demonstrate our gratitude or consider the sacrifices that they've made for our benefit? Do we appreciate their efforts? I would hope that we do. And I would hope that sometimes we show that to our teachers, because they've given of themselves and they will continue to give of themselves under unimaginable conditions without so much as a complaint or a cross word. Just like the giving tree. They give and they give and they give until there's nothing left, and still they will give. They will continue to give. So there's no doubt that 2020 is extremely distressing. It's a distressing time to be a student because you're the future of the country. But what kind of future would we have without our teachers? Thank you very much.